Getting the most out of your tech nowadays takes many different shapes. From phones like this one operating well into their 4th year of life, breaking the annual or biannual upgrade rhythm, to accessories offering extended life or additional usability. That latter point is where this comes in. This is the official sales title, which is a mouthful. And this is what it says on the box, which isn't hugely better. So I'm going to call it the Minthouz 12-in-1 hub instead, or variation thereof, for the duration of this video. It is a multi-port accessory, primarily designed to give Windows devices some of the ports back that certain manufacturers like to take away. It is not, however, limited to only Windows as an option. Mac, Linux and mobile devices can all benefit from such a hub as well. With so many of these things on the market though, is this one worth looking at over the others? The dock or hub, whichever you prefer, connects via USB-C, offering up to Thunderbolt 4 connectivity. Via one USB-C port, you are then granted 2 USB-A 3.0 ports, 2 USB-A 2.0 ports, 2 HDMI outputs, 1 DisplayPort 1.4 output, USB-C power delivery of up to 100 watts input and 85 watts output, 1 full-size SD card reader, 1 micro SD card reader, 1 Ethernet port allowing up to 1 gigabit per second speeds, and a 3.5mm combination headphone microphone jack. It's a lot of additional utility on an accessory that will easily fit into a pocket, let alone any bag. But is it any good? Like many of these USB hubs or docking stations, the name more dependent on your intended use case, its goodness is inherently linked to how you as an individual want to use the device. At £66.69, this is not the best choice on the market if all you want it for is data transfer and maybe mouse and keyboard dongles. In that instance, there are many smaller and cheaper options, like this Ugreen one that I've had for many years and cost me only £13, that will happily do the job without the additional and wasted ports and cost. But if you're looking to drastically expand your productivity, have multiple USB devices plugged in, hardwire your device for stable internet connections, keep tabs on multiple screens and so on, while still having your device connected to power, then the Minthouz 12-in-1 dock is going to be a perfect choice to expand your existing limited port options. Mostly marketed towards PC and laptop users, I actually have the perfect device to test this with. A device that only has one I/O port. This device, the ASUS ROG Ally. It's perfect because it is a Windows option. That means the base operating system supports all of the input accessories and multi-screen out options too, so it's an excellent place to start. Now, the instructions included with the hub state that it is a plug-and-play option, and just plugging it in with a mouse and keyboard dongle inserted, it definitely fits that description. There are no challenges getting these devices to work at all. Then plugging in SD or micro SD cards works the same. I can easily plug them in, use the data directly from the SD card, or transfer between the two devices with ease. This footage of a live stream, performed to this very channel in April 2025, is using the Minthouz 12-in-1 hub to accept the PlayStation VR 2 footage from the PlayStation 5 via a capture card into the hub and Ally. That same hub also accepts the camera footage, the microphone, Ethernet connection, and power delivery. Using this Minthouz hub, I was able to make a professional-looking live stream that I haven't been able to achieve before. It gave a lot of additional utility to a ROG Ally, a handheld PC that costs under £400. The challenge that I have personally encountered with this hub, though, is getting any video out options, DisplayPort or HDMI, to work when connected to the Ally. Now, thankfully, I have multiple USB hubs with HDMI out options that I know work, like in this shot into my television from my tablet, or this recording into a capture card into that said same Ally. So I tried these different hubs with the Ally. To the same, no video result. As it turns out, my Ally just won't do video out. I've done BIOS updates, fresh Windows installs, fresh driver installs, new M.2 drives, switching of graphics drivers, multiple hubs, multiple screens. Whatever I do, I cannot get video out to work. Except in one scenario. Via a capture card into my tablet. Yeah, I don't know either. Thankfully though, through this option, I'm able to show you that all 3 video output options work, both HDMI ports and the DisplayPort. If your Windows device isn't playing up as badly as mine, you will be able to use all 3 at once as long as you have powerful enough graphics on board. This grants a device like my Ally even greater usability. Now I can connect it up to my tablet for a dual screen experience. That can be for productivity, especially with the 16:10 aspect ratio of my tablet, or it can be for gaming on a higher quality 1440p OLED screen. It can be for content consumption, again on a better and bigger screen. It can be for whatever you want it to be. And for laptops and other devices that don't face the challenge of mine, it doesn't have to be limited by which device it can output to. Or which devices can output. My phone, for example, has a desktop mode built into it called Samsung DeX. If I connect a HDMI cable, I then get a desktop experience on the external display. Now I've only ever tried it to one HDMI output. How would it work with, say, 2? And miraculously, given the age of my phone, it outputs to 2 screens at once, no worries. Now okay, as you are seeing here, it isn't 2 unique screens that Windows or Mac can give you. It is just mirroring the DeX desktop, and there's no way to extend the screens across multiple displays. But even this is incredibly useful, depending on the use case. Displaying the same document to 2 different sides of a conference table is one example that I can think of, and for travelling presenters, being able to have such presenting capability in a single pocket is very powerful and useful. We all know that USB hubs expand our current tech in increasingly useful ways. The Ethernet port on this one, for example, gives a much more stable internet connection that I am hugely grateful for in live streams. And it does work on mobile devices too, which I was somewhat shocked and very happy about. The 3.5mm jack is an excellent addition that I have personally never seen on another hub. Whilst it can be a touch temperamental sometimes, offering no audio out at all, more than 90% of the time, this offers a jackback that has been removed from so many pieces of tech. Phones and tablets, this is huge. I can use my high-quality Sony XM5 headphones with these devices now, even if I forget to charge them. As I edit all of my videos on Android, this means I get no audio delay when editing, and it makes the process better and smoother. Yes, I could use a cheap adapter such as this, but with the Minthouz 12-in-1 hub, I can also use mouse and keyboard with my tab, have my headphones plugged in for more precise editing, store the video files on an external SD card, and run power into it to stop it dying on me. So, at £66.69, is the hub/dock worth the money? Now this is the primary dock that I use for my Ally from JSO. As you can see, it has a lot less ports than the Minthouz hub. But this was a £39 dock. It stands my device upright so I can play easily with an external controller, still offers expanded USB options, has Ethernet, HDMI out, and power delivery. And other than a micro SD card slot, I don't feel like I'm missing any ports here. At least until it comes to productivity. At that point, one additional USB input, which is also a higher rated USB input, multiple screen out options, and 2 types of SD card input become invaluable to the workflow. At that point, £26 more does not feel like a big ask for the vastly increased usability. It is worth the cost if you need or want this expansion in ports. As a content creator, both pre-recorded and streamed live, this will be a hugely positive addition to my kit. But more and more accessories use USB-C to USB-C. and there is no USB-C input port on this hub, which for me does raise massive current compatibility and future-proofing problems. The mic that I have recorded this entire video on, as one example, is a USB-C input. So would I buy it personally? In my current situation, no. I have other hubs that cost me less money, do most of what the Minthouz hub does, and have USB-C input, which is more important to me. But were I a travelling professional, or a creator who had an existing library of USB-A accessories, this hub would be an incredible and invaluable purchase. So your use case and your requirements change the value of this hub. And for your specific setup, it might just be the perfect option. This video was produced after 2 months use of the Minthouz 12-in-1 hub, provided for review by Minthouz. Minthouz, however, do not get any copy approval or early preview of its contents. If they do see it, they will see it for the first time right alongside you. I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in, and a special thanks to channel members for their additional support. I hope you guys enjoy your early access to all long-form content and monthly MembersCast exclusive content. Not a member yet? You too can get early and exclusive access via the join button below. If you've liked this video, I think these will also be of interest to you. In the meantime, my name is Doragon. You can find me sparingly on socials at Doragon86 or in the Discord in the description below. And until next time folks, have yourselves a fantastic day and take care.